Never let your house stand taller than the houses around it. Never buy pink sheets or pink blankets. And when you eat at somebody else's home, don't be the first one to jump up and start doing the dishes. Let me tell you a story, and once you hear it, you'll understand. One weekend, my son invited a classmate over to our house. After the boy went home, the room was trashed. My son spent the whole afternoon cleaning everything up by himself. So I asked him, "Why didn't you tell your friend to help?" And he said, "If I already know I'm never inviting him back again, then why would I make him upset?" At that time, he was only 7 years old. Years later, my son was admitted to UCLA. One day, one of his roommates noticed the pull-up bar installed above his bed. The roommate tried to bend it, but it wouldn't move at all. So he asked my son, "How many can you do on that thing?" My son shrugged and said, "Around 50, give or take." The roommate didn't believe him, and he even turned it into a bet. He said, "If you can really do 50, I'll give you $500. My son just smiled, grabbed the bar, and began. The other guys in the room started counting out loud. By the time he reached 40, the roommate's face had already changed. Then, right when he got to 49, my son suddenly let go and said, "Nope, that's all I've got. I can't do one more." And instantly, the whole room went quiet. After graduation, my son started working at a luxury car dealership owned by a Fortune 500 company. One day, an extremely wealthy woman walked into the Ferrari showroom. She looked around for a bit, then pointed at the most eye-catching car in the place. She asked, "How much is that one?" My son answered, $700,000. Without the slightest hesitation, she said, "I'll take it." But just before she handed him her card, she looked up and asked, "Be honest with me, do you think I'm being impulsive?" Think about that for a second. If he said no, it would sound fake. If he said yes, she might walk away without buying anything. Now listen to how my son got her to buy that Ferrari with a single sentence. He said, "Ma'am, once you pull this Ferrari out onto the street, every person who sees you is going to wish they could indulge themselves like that at least once in their life. The only difference is, you can actually afford that impulse. All they can do is envy you." She smiled, paid for the car, and left happy. After making that Ferrari sale, my son came home and asked me, "Dad, should I use the commission to take my coworkers out for dinner? I don't want them to get jealous and talk behind my back." I told him, "Absolutely not. Don't spend that money on your coworkers. Spend it on your clients. Taking coworkers out to dinner only buys you one night of fake warmth. Building a real relationship with the right people can change your whole life." My son listened. Less than a month later, that same woman came back and upgraded from her Ferrari to an even more expensive one. My son earned another $12,000 commission. Then he asked me again, "So now should I take her out to dinner?" I said no. "Instead, send her a thank you gift worth $7,000. My son complained, "Dad, that's way too much." But in the end, he still did it. A few days later, that woman came back with 2 friends. Both of them bought Ferraris. Just like that, my son made another $24,000. That was the moment when everything finally clicked for him. After that, every time that woman sent a customer his way, my son gave her half of whatever commission he earned. And every time she walked away smiling, with gifts in her hands. In under a year, my son made more than $300,000. He became such a strong salesperson that the company rewarded him with a sports car.